Chris, can you let us know, Ali Jones?
Well, he's ticking along quite nicely. He's done a few bits and pieces at training today, just within the forwards unit session. Nothing too strenuous. So we just, again, it's just, every little session he does, we just monitor how that goes, really. So it was his first bit of rugby stuff back today. So.
What are his chances of playing this weekend?
Again, mate, we've just got to see how he recovers or he responds to the little bits he's done today. So, to be honest with you, mate, I can't answer that. I don't know.
Has he done contact work today?
No, a little bit of line-out lifting, bits and pieces, nothing live, no contact as yet.
Would you say it's a bit unlikely at this stage then, if he's not even...
We had to pick the team today, it would be unlikely.
Right. And what about the others who missed the Blues game, such as Dan Bigger, Sam Underhill, those kinds?
No, they're tracking well. The week's training, the week off, we had 3 days of pretty hard work last week, but the time that it's taken for them has been good. It's actually helped them recover pretty well. So we'll just see how they get through training this week with the contact and bits and pieces, then we can sort of see how they go.
I mean, we're 9 days on, Chris. What did you learn from the Blues game as a forwards coach?
Well, I think at the end of the day, when we look back at our preparation and I guess the analysis and what we try to do, and we knew where Danny and the boys would be coming. So we kind of had the plan, but we just didn't really mentally turn up, that's probably the most disappointing thing. So again, it's just making sure that as a coach, I'm trying to monitor where the players are at physically, mentally, making sure that they're on task there. I thought we had that covered, but for a lot of it, we didn't quite nail it. So, there's factors involved in that. There's a bit of fatigue and all that sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, we got beaten by a team that was a lot more hungry than us and better than us on the day. And so, when you do have days like that, it's not often that we have those in the Ospreys jersey. But fair credit to the Blues. They took their chance and they smashed us. So.
And yet you finished the game quite strongly, didn't you?
Yeah. Again, it's just the power, the impact the bench had was good. So again, it's just a matter of trying to get that first bit right, isn't it? And you can't come out of the blocks and allow a team like the Blues to get points, who are playing so well, get points on you early, and then not really take your opportunities.
In Alan Wynn's absence, how important is it, Chris, for leaders to step forward?
Yeah, it's huge, isn't it? And again, we had this discussion a little while ago, didn't we? When you lose a guy like Al, you got to get on and get the next guy gets his opportunity. But his experience, his leadership's always hard to replace, isn't it? But that's a challenge for a young group. I mean, we keep talking about it. We are very young, and some guys have been thrust into the starting team early, and they've had to find their feet. So again, it's just you can't accelerate some things, and that's one of them. So again, you just got to keep just chipping away and having the small chats with them, taking every little bit of opportunity to learn and eat from each performance, and just keep banking that really. So. Yeah, the leadership of Alan Wynn, Bradley Davis, Dan Lydiot, all of those guys has been a factor, but again, guys have had to step up.
From Ulster, what are you expecting this week?
Yeah, it's going to be a cracker, isn't it? Because obviously there's a lot on the line, both teams. They'll fancy their chances, particularly after our form over the last few games in the Pro12. So, I'm pretty sure that they'll be coming here ready to have a crack at us up front. So it's a good challenge to meet head on. They've got a back line that I think would be the envy of most teams in Europe. So they've got some quality all across that field. So I think up front we're going to really have to make sure that we make our mark, make it early, and then again making sure that out wide we take control of their threats.
It would be a shame, wouldn't it? To sort of see a season's work almost, go down the tube, if you like, if you come unstuck in your last 2 games.
Yeah, I guess that's the reality of things, Mark, and there's no shying away from that. But what we are focusing on is the opportunity that we've still got, and that's to get a semi-final berth in the Pro12. Now that's closer, that's pretty close for us, and we can taste that. So again, what's important is that we don't look back. We're not looking too far forward either. We just got one game, and we've got to make sure that we get this one right. So that's been the whole focus for us, and the group's excited. They've had a good, we've had a good bit of a break after the Blues game 3 good days of training last week. They've come back in today. The attitude's there. They're right on point. They're ready to go. So again, we're excited by the opportunity we've got on Saturday.
Be nice for you to get a home win as well to mark your last game, dare I say.
Yeah,
Home game.
yeah. To be fair, I hadn't even thought about that, but yeah, I guess that's the reality of it, isn't it? You know, a bit emotional now, Mark.
On that note, you're leaving. What will you take out of this? What will you remember most? What the highs and lows for you?
Mate, can we not have this conversation right now? Because it's, mate, I'm not leaving yet, so no, it's all right, mate.
So because it's the last one.
Yeah, no, that's right. No, look, mate, the biggest thing that I take from this place is, people talk about, rugby's about people, and I think the Ospreys, that's very much the truth. So we do that part of the business pretty well, I think, and I think the thing that I'll remember is the boys, so yeah, and the highs and lows that we've had, to a bit of adversity to get through stuff, but it's the players.
Would you expect to have a bit of a reunion this summer when you're back in New Zealand in the summer?
Well, it depends. Yeah, it depends really. Yeah, it'd be nice to see them. So they'll be in Wellington for a bit. So hopefully I'll get to run into them, have a coffee, and
And you never know, you might see Kieran Jones down there with Wales as well. So
yeah, oh nice.
See him.
Yeah.
You might take him in.
No, it'd be good. Good to see the lads out there.
Last 3 games, you've been able to put your finger on what's changed from previously?
Yeah, look. I mean, it's a difficult one because it's you could sort of sit back and be very reflective on why and why not. But the key for us, I guess, is to make sure is we understand why. So, look, there are a number of contributing factors. I think it's been a long season for some guys. I think the injuries that we've had, and missing key guys like Bradley and Alan Wynne. And then the load of the other guys. There's all of these sorts of factors that are involved. We're not using those as excuses, and we'd be the first to knock that on the head. But when you look at it, we're a young squad. All of those things play their part. So, but ultimately, you've got to make sure that you're mentally ready to go for every game. And when you get a team like, say, for example, the Blues or even Treviso out there, they were up for it. They were more hungry than we were, and that really comes down to a mental attitude, really, when you boil it down, doesn't it?
So did you need the break to get back to what you have been?
Well, I mean, I think it's just a matter of making sure that we understand that this team has to scrap for everything. Nothing comes for free for us, and we have to fight for everything. And the minute that we get complacent, the minute that we take our foot off the gas, little things like that happen, and we just got to make sure as a group we learn from that, and I'm sure that we will. So again, we've just got to make sure that we get our training week right, get performance readiness right, and we get the performance against Ulster that we know that we can deliver, that our fans want us to deliver, that internally we know and we want to deliver.
How do you feel your last 2 games against your 2 closest rivals around you? Is that a good or a bad thing?
No, I think it's good, mate. I think at the end of the day, like having, getting Ulster and then having Scarlets next week, I think it'll be, it'd be a good way to go out, I guess. Get into the semi-final, be gold.
Games might win and you knock them out, is that?
Yeah, well, mate, but just to be fair, we just got to get the result, don't we? Just one game at a time. We can get the result and performance that we want this weekend, and then we'll turn and face the Scarlets, which will be a cracker down there. So. We'll just take that as it comes.
Chris, any particular danger man, in Ulster's side, and thinking the number 9, for instance?
Mate, have a look at their whole back line. I think they've got some quality players right throughout, haven't they? Guys like Ian Henderson and Rory Best up front. They've got depth and quality in that group, so they'll be hungry to get their performance right as well, which I know will be a challenge. And they'll want to come here and do things right by themselves. So again, yeah, it's going to be a massive challenge for us, but one that we're genuinely excited about.